Uh, Yesterday we discussed about what are the different versions, right? What is the origin of SAP, right? And total, what do you mean by HANA version? What are the latest version and what are the upcoming version? So we discussed about R1, R2, R3, right? So any questions in that? Any questions in that?
No, Kishore.
Thanks. So today we are going to discuss about SAP installation process and as well as SAP screen navigation. Okay, SAP install. We are going to discuss today's session SAP server details and as well as SAP and SAP screen introduction and navigation. Okay, so here when I say about SAP server, so for example, after like at the time, as I said that to get to have a to get perfection in SAP, only one success mantra is there, that is practice. Only practice. As I said that no logic is required, no logic is required for this, and same time, no programming language, no programming knowledge is required to get success in SAP environment, SAP FICO environment. Clear? Only the mantra to get success is practice, practice, practice. Only practice, right? And throughout our career, if we are working as an FI consultant, as FI software developer, right? So it's not required to write a single line program. We are not going to write a single line program. We are not going to write a single line program. Only the thing is we need to remember the navigation steps. That's it. So that is possible only with the practice. Clear? So here for the practice, two things. As I said that we are going to see ECC environment, and next one we are going to work on S4 HANA environment. Throughout our course, we are going to work on ECC sometimes, and we are going to work on S4 HANA. See, so here server installation in ECC, for example, I want to practice ECC environment on ECC. It's an older version, as I said that, but still till 2028, the still clients or customers are going to use ECC environment. So here on ECC environment, server installation, two types we can do it. Okay, on-premise and remote server. Two things we can take. One is on-premise and remote server we can take. So here, for example, on-premise in the sense, for example, on your desktop or laptop, okay, the server, SAP server will be installed. SAP server will be installed. SAP server will be installed in your desktop or laptop, whatever you take. Okay. And what is the system required? If I want to install SAP server, okay, in my system or in my desktop or laptop. Okay. What is the system requirement? System requirement is minimum 8 GB RAM. Minimum 8 GB RAM. Okay, RAM requirement is minimum 8 GB and 500 GB of hard disk. Okay, 500 GB of hard disk, sorry, 8 GB of RAM and 500 GB of hard disk is required to install SAP ECC server, SAP ECC server. So what is it is one time, for example, majorly they will charge for installation purpose normally 500 to 1000 rupees. 500 to 1000 rupees. I'm just giving an approximate idea. 500 to 1,000 rupees they will charge the hardware consultant. They will install the server in your system. Okay, so it's a one-time investment. It's a one-time investment. It's a one-time investment. So, but what is the problem here in the sense every day. So two things will be installed on your system. One is server and next one SAP application will be installed. SAP server will be installed in your system and SAP application is also installed in system. So as I said, that major portion, as I said, that 500 GB hard disk, okay, the server occupies more than 350 GB space. And application will take only 100 MB space. I'm just giving a rough idea. Major portion will be occupied by your server in your system and SAP application occupies only 100 MB space. But what is the issue? For example, I have purchased a new laptop. And they have given with original Windows. Whenever we purchase a laptop or desktop, we will get with the original Windows. Okay. If we install server in our system, then they will remove the original Windows from our system and they will install one operating system. This is nothing but your operating system. So they will install Windows 2000 professional operating system. So on normal Windows, the server can't be installed. So for that, the basis consultant is going to install Windows 2000 professional version. Okay, means your original Windows will be removed from the hard disk and they will install Windows 2000 professional version. Clear? So that is a major problem. And same time, every day, whenever we want to practice, every day, we need to start the server. So it will take, to start the server, it will take 5 to 10 minutes of time. It will take 5 to 10 minutes to start complete server, end-to-end server. And same time, after practicing, we need to stop the server. At least it will take again 5 minutes. I'm saying rough time, 5 minutes time. So every day before if I want to practice, then we need to start the server, and after practice, we need to stop the server. For example, if we stop directly, switch off our system directly, then probably the server will get crashed. The server will be, if we stop directly, okay, system we shut down directly, then if server is opened, okay, then the server will be get crashed. Means the entire data will go. So again, if we want to practice, again we need to reinstall the server. So as long as we shut down, we won't do start and stop process thoroughly, then there is a high chance of crashing of server. If, for example, you have practiced for 15 days and it got crashed, so whatever 15 days data it was there in the server, that will be gone. Again, you need to reinstall the server and again we need to start the server. So this is a drawback with the installation. If we install the SAP server in our system, one is it occupies majority space in our system, right? And we will lose our original Windows, original operating system, and every day we need to start and stop the server. Clear? And if we are not following the process thoroughly, then there is a high chance of server crashing of server. Is this clear? So, but what is the another option? What is the other option is remote server. What do you mean by remote server? So that the server will be maintained by third party. The server will not be installed in your system. Server will not be installed in your system. Okay. The third party will take the server part. So they will maintain, third party will maintain the server, and only application will be installed in our system. Only SAP application will be installed. So there will not be any windows will not be get disturbed. Okay, nor you need to start the server and you need not to stop the server. So this server start and stop part will be taken care by third party from where we have taken the server access. What they will do, they will install SAP application in our system. That's it. So same thing, how much space it's going to be take? Roughly it will take 100 MB space. So they will take the backup and everything. They will take care of that. So there is I'm saying that there is a less chance of crashing of server. So for taking a remote server, we need to pay some tenancy amount kind of thing. So again, it depends on server to server, person to person. So this is called on-premise if you are installing, and this is called a remote servers or cloud. We call it as clear. And same time, this is for ECC, what I said. This is for ECC. Okay. When it comes to S4HANA, okay, we can't install SAP HANA server in our laptops or desktops. So what is the requirement to install SAP HANA server in our system in the sense, okay, for example, SAP application, what is the requirement is hard disk, RAM should be more than 500 GB. I'm talking about RAM, not hard disk. Here hard disk is required, hard disk drive, and this is RAM. Okay, so here 350 GB RAM, here I said that, where I mentioned, yeah. 8 GB RAM and 500 GB hard disk is required to install ECC server. But HANA server, to install HANA server, we required RAM capacity is 500 GB. Where is 8 GB and 500 GB? And hard disk more than 1 TB. Clear? In India, to install this particular server, we need to have a super computers. Like it costs round about that. Still now in India, we don't have this much capacity systems, laptops or desktops. So it costs you round about, the laptop cost itself is cost about 5 to 7 lakhs. 5 to 7 lakhs. Clear? So that's the reason we can't install RAM, HANA server in our system. So on premise, okay, we will take normally remote server only. Remote HANA server. Okay, so that they will install SAP application in our system and we can work. Any questions here? Any questions?
Yeah, Kishore. When we, oh, sorry, Sai Archana, you can go first.
Okay.
Okay. See,
Yes,
when we work with ECC and remote server, we need 100 MB space for SAP application, right?
correct.
So when we go with the remote HANA server, what is the memory required for SAP application?
Application space will be occupied same as it is in ECC, and because application space will not be not a problem here. It will occupy same application space for both on ECC and as well as an S4HANA.
Okay.
Only
when we are,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you go.
Sorry, yeah, please go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now we are, if we want to do the practice, then what option we can opt for that? Like what option we can take?
My sincere advice is like my advice is, normally if we go for remote server access would be advisable.
ECC or HANA?
If you want to see, as I said that we are going to cover both ECC and as well as an S4HANA. Okay, for your practice, you can have both ECC and as well as your HANA. So initially you can check with ECC because majority initial phases we are going to see on ECC itself.
Okay. This like as I'm in now I'm in Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, is it still working
Anywhere
for
from
my?
across the globe, wherever you can have, you can take it. It's a it's a completely web based, so you can have from you are in Melbourne or across the globe, anywhere we can have this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Krish.
Thank you. So can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So here, once I'll show you how after installation, how the SAP application will looks like. Clear? How the SAP applications look like. So for example, after installation, see, this is my screen, able to see, right? So this is called SAP logon screen. This is called SAP application. This is called SAP. So after taking a server access, right, you will get your SAP logon screen. Fine. If you double, this is called SAP application screen or SAP logon screen. You are able to see this particular screen, right? SAP logon icon.
Yes, yes.
So just double click. This is called SAP logon icon. So double click on this. So I'm showing on S4 HANA environment. So you will have both the same application. You will find S4 HANA and as well as an ECC. So here you can see different connections. Here it is nothing but this is server, S4 HANA server. Only application as installed in my system, and this will be taken care by third party. Clear? So if you take an ECC server, you will find under this, you will find ECC server also like this. How many servers you will take total, it will show the list here. Clear? So if you double click on this, so whenever we take a server access, okay, we will get one second. Okay, we will get, once we installed application, we will get the basis consultant. We'll talk about who is basis consultant and all. So the basis consult, the hardware person will give, they will create one user ID and one password to log in. Password to log in the system. Is this clear? They will give one user ID and they will give password to log in. So for example, if I say here, see if you double click on here, this is my server. We need to double click on this. This will be the user ID, like whatever, if you want to enter into a Gmail, normally have your Gmail user ID and password, it is the same. Okay, so here, this is a client. What do you mean by a client? In the sense, client could be anything here. It will total client numbers would be. So what is a client? I'll tell you first of all. Then next we can go ahead. Client numbers in real time. Client in the sense, the total data, whatever data we are going to do in SAP server. So entire data will be stored under a client. Clear? So that could be your master data, that could be user data, right? So everything will be stored under a client, and each client will have a different number. So 3-digit numerical number it will have. So from 000 to 999, 000 to 999, any number it can have. So most of the times in interview, they might ask you under which client environment you have worked. Clear? So any 3-digit number you can say. If you are working real time or clear, then you can check your client number and you can say that we have worked under that particular client number. Okay, but clear. So total, how many clients we have? Client numbers we can have from 000 to 999. In the sense, total 1000 clients. How many clients we can have? 1000 clients. Okay, it's a 3-digit code. It's a 3-digit code. Client is a 3-digit code. Fine. So any client. So here you can see the client number. as a 100, 100. It could be anything. It could be 200, it could be 110, it could be 120, it could be 130, any number. So your basis consultant, a technical person will give this client number. So what is the reason in the sense? Client, in general, client means customer. But in SAP, where we store the data, under which client? Okay. So here, 100 client. In real time, you will have 100, 110, 120, anything. Clear? Under this client, you will have user ID and your password. So for example, I'm giving my user ID. And this user ID will be in real time. It is a combination of your surname in real time. Again, I'm saying it is a combination of your surname and your first name. In real time, whenever we start our working as a consultant or end user, so normally they will assign your user ID as your surname with a combination of your first name. But anything, again, I'm saying, okay, this one, and you have your password. Password is also similar like your Gmail password, combination of capital letters, upper cases, lower cases, and special characters and numeric. Clear? So I'm giving my password. Okay. Once we enter the screen, okay, once we enter the password, okay, after this, again, I'll go back and I'll show you once again the entire things. I'm logging off. Okay, this is my server. So double click on server, right? Here, we discussed about client with user ID, password, and languages. For example, SAP has given complete whatever international languages, here normally in training environment, we will find English only. In training environment, we will find English only. But in real time, for example, my client is a China client and they don't know, for example, they don't know English. Clear? And we have from India and we have taken that particular project, China project, and we have done everything normally in English only. But China person, your client, China client won't understand, your customer won't understand English. Then they can log in with Chinese language. So only 2-letter character they will give. 2-letter character, EN stands for English. Okay, so in real time, we can log in with all international languages. It suppose almost all 41 different languages. International, not regional languages, international languages. So here in the practice environment, we have, if you type D is nothing but Germany. Okay, like if I want everything in a German format, then you can get in real time. But here in practice environment, we will have only English by default. So this is about your client, right? User ID, password, and log on language. So which language you want to log on? So this is nothing but only international languages. So once again, I'm logging in. Clear? This is called SAP application screen. SAP application screen. So as soon as we log on, okay, I would like to say here, there are 2 screens in SAP. So as soon as we log on, there are 2 screens. There are 2 screens. Okay. One is first screen. We call it as a SAP Easy Access screen. SAP Easy Access screen. So what is SAP Access screen? This is nothing but, as I said, that our roles would be after completion of this particular course, either you can go with the end user or you can go as a consultant. But to have a end user job, we don't require any SAP complete knowledge. Basic 5 to 10 transactions knowledge if we have, or if you don't have any knowledge, then it's a kind of a data entry work. But clear. So first it will show SAP Easy Access screen. That is nothing but end user's screen. End user's screen. Okay. The first screen, as soon as we log on, The first screen it displays is, okay, end user's screen. You can see this SAP Easy Access. Okay, so who will work on this? End user. End customer is going to use. So this is not our screen. This is not our screen, not a consultant screen. Okay, what is our screen here? Our screen, we call it as a SAP Easy Access screen. Next one we have consultant screen. So total how many screens we have? Total we have SAP Easy Access screen, consultant screen. So here in this we do, this is for consultants. This is for consultants. Okay, this is for end users. So here they will do their day-to-day transactions. Day-to-day transactions in this particular screen. And here we will do all configurations. I'll tell you what do you mean by configurations and customizations. Configuration and customization. Is this clear? So first screen, end user screen. Okay, what the customer will do, end user will do day-to-day transactions. For this, there is no much knowledge is required on SAP, hardly 1%. But here to have this, we need to have majority knowledge to work as a consultant. And our role would be after completion of this particular course, we need to see ourselves in this particular environment. Is this clear? Any questions here before I proceed?
It's clear, Kishore. No questions.
So here, this is called SAP Easy. We will talk later about consultant screen because we are going to do everything in consultant screen only. But here you can see, need to understand SAP screen first of all. So here in SAP screen, you can see it's look like your MS Office screen only. MS Word or MS Excel or MS clear. MS Office screen only. So first line, we call it as a menu bar. In what we called, and over here, this what is the old one? It is called a menu bar. You're able to see. So menu, edit, favorites, extras. So this is considered as a menu bar. Clear? And the first line, first one, we call it as a I have mentioned in the PPTs also we have. So first line, we call it as a menu bar. Menu bar. Okay. And second line, we call it as a okay. Next one, second line, we call it as a title bar. Title bar. And third, we call it as a SAP. Third line, we call it as a SAP standard toolbar. Okay, SAP standard toolbar. Next one on the bottom, fourth line or fourth line, we call it as a status bar or status node. Status bar. Status bar. So this is also common. And here, fifth line, we call it as a status node. Status node. Okay, this is a new thing, status node. Remaining things are same as it is like your MS Office. And additionally, we have sixth. So new thing is command field or command box. Command field. And next one, we have navigation path or navigation menu. Seventh line, is nothing but navigation menu. Okay. First one, it's a title bar. Sorry, it's a menu bar. Clear? And after that, the second line, it is nothing but your SAP title bar. Clear? And this is nothing but SAP standard application toolbar. You are able to see the tools. Clear? Like in MS Office also, we will have the same thing. Right? Next one. On the bottom, you can see here on the bottom. Okay, this is nothing but your status bar. This is nothing but your status bar. Okay, and this is nothing but your status node here. Status node here. Node in the sense which transaction we are working, and all those stuff will be get displayed here. And the new thing here is this particular one, command field. Command field means to move from one application to another application. Okay, there will be some transaction codes will be there. We call it as an application codes or transaction codes. In SAP, we have, so clear, in command field, we will give the command to move from one screen, one application to another application. We have command field, or we call it as a application code, codes or transaction codes. Clear? Application codes or transaction codes, right? So to move from one application to another application, there are few SAP has predefined application codes or transaction codes. We will discuss more in depth when we enter into our practical part. Clear? So here we can give the transaction codes here. We can give transaction codes here. One second. Is this clear till here? This is called application code. For example, I'm just typing it. If I want to go some invoice processing, invoice posting, okay, recording of a transaction. For example, I can go it as an see here. I'm having, this is nothing but your transaction here. Okay, so enter GL document company. So here we can, our screen we have in SAP Easy Access, and now we are in an application called GL document entry screen. GL document entry screen. So this is one application screen. Clear? So in a different ways, we can go from one application to another application. Clear? First screen would be SAP Easy Access screen, and this is command field, right? So, and this is considered as a navigation field, right? Again, I'm reiterating. First one, menu bar. Next one, title bar. Clear? And this is nothing but standard application toolbar, right? Next one, this is considered as a status bar, and this is considered as a status node. Status node means whatever transactions we are working and all those stuff will be displayed in this particular thing. Fine. And this is considered as a command field, and this is considered as a command field, right? And this is nothing but, you can see, this is called navigation. This is called navigation, SAP menu. So navigation, for example, if I want to post any entry, just now I saw this particular entry, right? This one. So here you can give directly command. In the command field, you can give command, or you can go with the navigation. For example, so this is SAP menu. Our module is accounting. As I said, that the modules are divided into financial accounting and controlling and logistics. Okay. So accounting, financial accounting. These are the financial accounting sub-modules. So general ledger module, accounts receivable module, accounts payable module, banking module, fixed assets module. Clear? And contract accounts and payables is not our module. Even though it is an FI, this is a separate module called FICO. Okay, financial accounting and contract accounts. Contract accounts is not our SAP FICO module. Okay, this is a separate module in FI. Okay, so we are not going to cover this. Means this is not our relevant topic. So here you can see submodules: general ledger, accounts receivable, accounts payable, fixed assets, Okay, additional functions like it will come under taxation and all those stuff here. Okay, so here if I go general ledger, document entry, right? Just now I saw enter GL account document. If you click here, then it will open same screen you can see here. So you can go two ways. Either you can go with the giving transaction code or you can go with the navigation screen. Understood? I'll repeat. So no need to bother about this. If you don't understand right now, that's not an issue. We will see again. In every day, we are going to do these particular end users screens also. Fine, everyone. Any questions here?
We are good.
The next one.
Kishore, can I
Yeah,
ask
please.
something? Like we are working on FICO module, right?
Correct.
Even though we are working on FICO module, sorry, we'll get the all modules in navigation bar.
Yes, yes. See, that's what I'm saying. As I said that whenever we purchase, customer will purchase the SAP licenses. So what they will do, this SAP AG company will come give the complete dump to the client. Complete dump, whether it is useful for them or not, it will give. So as a SAP consultant, we need to take the inputs from client and we need to configure, map according to the customer requirement. That is our job.
Okay, how they want to look at the screen.
Exactly.
We
Tailor
need,
made.
yeah, we have to customize how they want in the background, like in our.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So this is.
Thank you.
One more, like this one will be using by end user, no? So
Correct.
how
This one.
how in between, like we will be how it will be useful for us, this one SAP
For
Easy
example, in
Access.
real time, what happens is, as I said that we in real time we have three servers. In real time, we will have three servers. In yesterday's session, we discussed, right? So after configuration, what we will do, we will have three servers. We will have, as I said, that development server, correct? Product, quality server,
Quality server.
right? And what is the other server? Production server, correct? In real time, as yesterday also we discussed, we have a development server, quality server, and production server. Okay. So here in quality development server, what we will do, we will do all the configurations and customizations according to customer requirement, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So here we will do all sort of testing. Testings in the sense, see, whatever configurations we have done. So whether it is working perfectly or not, in the sense where we have to check, where we can check in end user screen only we can check. Correct. So all the transactions will be posted and end user's screen. So even though in quality server, we have end user's screen. See, the customer is new to SAP. The customer is new to SAP. They don't know, earlier they are using some Tally or other versions. Okay. So we want to show end user only for testing purpose. We use SAP Easy Access screen. SAP Easy Access screen. As a consultant, we are going to use SAP Easy Access screen for testing purpose and training purpose. Understood? So here everything we will do in development server, all the configurations and customer, even though here we will do some sort of testings, but that will not be shown to your end user because this is absolutely for consultants only, as we discussed yesterday. But here now the data will be moved from development server to quality server. Means nothing but we have transported entire data from development server to quality server. So here both consultant will have an access and end user will also have access to quality server. Correct? So now we need to test whether each and everything, all the configurations working perfectly or not. So if we want to check, then what we need to do, we need to post the transactions. We need to check the reports. So whose activity is that? Normally posting of recording of transaction and everything. So that is an end user activity. Correct. We have developed the software and we have given to them in the sense, for example, without testing, if we give them, then probably in real time they might face issues. So before giving to them, in front of them in quality server, we will do some sort of testings. Where we will do in SAP Easy Access screen. That is nothing but end users screen. And after that, as end users are new to the system, so we need to give trainings to them. Same thing what we are doing right now. SAP, how to go to posting and how to generate a report and all those stuff we need to show them. So for that particular purpose, we need to go to SAP Easy Access screen. Okay, but once the data is moved to production system, so this is nothing but customer system. So here customer will have a complete access. We don't have any access. So he will work on SAP Easy Access screen. And they won't have consultant screen access. Now understood why we will go to in real time, why we will go to SAP Easy Access screen? Because to test the configuration and to give the trainings to end users. Because we
Got
won't
it.
give a trainings to configuration part. We are going to give trainings on end user activities.
Okay.
Any other
Got
questions?
it.
Kishore,
Yeah, please.
I have one question.
Please go ahead.
If you please, can you go to Excel sheet?
Yeah, sure.
Just correct me if I'm
Yeah, sure.
wrong. Development server, only consultant will have the access. Product
Correct.
server, only customer will have the access,
Which
right?
one?
Production server.
Production server, customer will have an access.
Yeah. What customer will do in the quality server?
Quality
We are
server.
in the
Yeah, please go ahead.
in
Quality
quality
server.
server.
Ah,
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
In quality server,
Mhm.
we check the quality and we will do the how it in development server we'll do the all changes how the customer needs and we do the process and everything. In
Correct.
quality server we will check how it looks like in the end, but
Correct.
then what will customer do in the quality server?
Exactly. So here, for example, see, as I said that they will do, we will do testing. Correct. And same time for practice purpose. So end users may not get with one time. We will do testing and we will show them that this process is working like this. But if they want to practice, they can't do practice in production server nor in development server. So where they can do a practice, they will do practice in quality server. Here we will show them in quality server and they will do practice in quality server. End users. Because
Okay.
if we show, okay, they will get an idea. But unless until they won't do from their end, then they won't come to a conclusion. So that's the reason they will do all the activities, not what we call business process activities in this quality server end users.
Okay.
This is clear. Both will. That's the reason quality server will have access for both functional consultant and as well as end users.
Okay. Thank you.
Clear. If they want to practice in real-time environment in the sense, it will hit to production. Or trial and error base, they can't work here. They can work on your quality server, trial and error.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So next one. So any questions before I proceed to the next?
I'm good.
I'm good too.
Yeah, thanks. So here, so for example, I'm going to, okay. So here, So to here, for example, if I want to go, see, normally end user works on, for example, I'm saying every day end user is working on few transactions. So I say that favorites. So SAP menu, we have two navigations. In navigations, we have SAP menu and favorites. Favorites. So what is SAP menu? SAP menu is a standard one. Standard one. And favorites is nothing but user defined menu. User defined menu means, for example, if I say that, if I say SAP menu, here you can able to see SAP menu here, two things, SAP menu and favorites. You're able to see on screen?
Yes, yes.
Right? SAP menu and favorites in the sense, see here SAP menu in the sense, for example, end user may work, for example, hardly 5 transactions every day. Okay, every day end user is working on 5 to 10 transactions, 5 to 10 transactions every day. Okay, every day. And month he is using on every month end they are using 3 to 4 transactions. Month end, customer end user is using 3 transactions. Okay, and every year end means once in a year end, the end user is using 2 transaction codes, 2 transactions or 2 transaction codes. See here, every day whatever transactions we are using, so end user will remember, because every day he is using 10 different transactions. But on a monthly basis, only once in a month he is using these transactions, right? So probably he might forgot what is a transaction and how to go to navigation and all those stuff. And same time in a year end, he is using 2 transactions. Once in a year, he is using 2 transactions, closings and all, right? So is it possible to remember? Very rarely we are using this. Yes or no?
Yes.
It's a very less chances that we will remember. Once in a year we are using these transactions. So to overcome this difficulty, okay, so here this is called SAP menu. For example, I want to go to FB50 transaction, means document posting. Then what I have to do? I have to go to SAP menu. Next one, accounting. Okay, document accounting, financial accounting, general ledger. In that again, general ledger, document entry, and FB50. So this is a navigation step. There is a navigation step where I need to go to FB50 transaction, or I can directly type here as an FB50, right? So if it is a daily activity, then we can go or we can type directly. But if it is a monthly activity or year-end activity, then navigation or transaction we may not remember. Okay, and here SAP menu is a standard menu. SAP menu is a standard menu. A lot of things will be there in SAP menu. So everything is not required for us. End user, whoever is working on accounts payable or accounts receivable, everything is not required for him. Correct? So, and one more thing, SAP menu is a standard menu. We can't edit, we can't delete, we can't rename it. We can't edit, we can't delete, we can't rename it, we can't move also. So if I want to move from one place to another place, we can't do it. It's a standard. We need to follow as it is, right? So to overcome this difficulty, what SAP has done is, so we can maintain our own menu. We can have our own menu. We can create our own menu. Clear? So for example, I'm using every day, I'm giving few transaction codes. So for example, okay, end user is using, for example, FB50 transaction code, GL posting, document entry. Next one, F-07. That is nothing but GL outgoing payment. Don't worry about these things. I'll explain everything. Just I want to show you some how to create a user defined menu. GL outgoing payment. Next one, F-06. GL incoming payment. Okay. So like this, we are using these transactions every day. So instead of going like in SAP, like every time, same thing, like what SAP menu, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entry, okay, FB50, like F-07, F-06, like these are the different transactions. So instead of that, what we can do is, I'll show you. So we can create our own user defined menu. So different ways we can create. One is, okay, I'm just showing it. Place the cursor on favorites, and click on favorites menu. Click on favorites menu. Next one, click on insert folder. Okay. First of all, place the mouse on favorites menu. Okay. And next click on favorites menu. And next one here, I would like to have insert folder. And I would like to place the folder name you want to give. So document postings. So I'm creating folder name as a document posting. That's it. So this is one way. I'm just created a folder here. And next time I want to create a reports here. One more folder called reports. So here, now we know that one is space, click on favorites and insert folder. There is another way we have. There is another way. Place the cursor on favorites and right click with your mouse. Right click with your mouse and click on insert folder. Two ways we can go. Either with favorites menu and another one is right click with mouse and insert folder. And here I'm creating it as a reports folder. So two folders we have created. So now, as I said that in SAP menu, whatever folders are there that we can't move, nor we can delete it. But here in SAP menu, this is called favorites menu. This is user defined menu. Now you can move this from one place to another place. See here, you can move it, or you can, if you right click, you can delete it also. We can delete it also. So SAP menu, standard menu, we can't move, we can't edit, we can't delete. Clear? But favorites menu, this is nothing but user defined menu. Whatever we want, we can do it. So now I will move to document posting up. Okay. And in this, I want to have some transactions, as just now I said FB50 and all those stuff. So click on save. Two ways we can do it. Next, first one, click on favorites, place the cursor on document posting, place the cursor on document postings and click on favorites, So I want to insert transaction folder we have already created. Now I would like to go insert a transaction. What is a transaction I want to insert? First one, FB50. Now you can see under favorites menu, we have two folders. Under document posting folder, we have a transaction called FB. I have given only FB50. Automatically, it will pick the description also. Right? And one more thing one more transaction I want to post. What is the transaction? What is the transaction code? F-07. F-07. That is nothing but GL outgoing payment. Okay, so what I'll do? So one is, if you want to insert the transaction, place the cursor on folder and go to favorites and click on insert transaction. Or you can do in another way, place the cursor on folder, insert. Okay, next one you can see here with the mouse, insert transaction. I want to give F-07. F-07. Now you can see post outgoing payments. Right, and one more transaction I want to do it. Place the cursor on document posting, right click with your mouse and select insert transactions. So I would like to see F-06. See, instead of every day, if I want to go to FB50, so instead of every day going to, if I don't remember the transaction code, then what I need to do, I need to go to SAP menu, right? Next one, accounting, financial accounting. Next one, general ledger, document entry. Then next I need to select this. But instead of these many steps we need to follow, what we can do directly. Okay, we can directly go to, we have created our own favorites, right? Just favorites, document posting, and click on whatever you want. We can do this. Instead of directly for folder, you can have directly transactions also here instead of folder. Is this clear? And what is the advantage with this in this favorites? You can add in as many transactions as possible. You can delete whatever transaction you want to delete. It will not delete it from SAP standard menu. It will delete it only from your user defined menu. It will get deleted only from your user defined menu, not from SAP menu. Is this clear? Any questions?
No doubts, Kishore. I'm good.
Clear? So for example, there are few settings here. For example, reports, right? I want to delete a reports folder. I don't have any reports as of now. So I want to delete a report folder. So place the cursor on folder, right? And click on favorites. So you can see delete. Either you can delete from here or place the cursor here. Place the cursor here, right click here. Right click, delete from favorites. Delete from favorites. That's it. So there is no reports folder. But something, if you want to delete from SAP standard menu, you will not have that option. Only open folder you have. You can view it. Only we can view it. But we can't edit, we can't modify, we can't insert, we can't do anything. Clear? So that is a difference between your user defined menu and SAP standard menu. Remember that. Okay. So for example, I'm using every day these transactions only. So here, what are the options I'm able to see here? I don't want to see this SAP menu here. I'm having favorites and I'm having SAP menu. So I want my favorites menu on the bottom after SAP menu. SAP menu should be shown on first and favorites should be shown on the bottom. So what we can do is, so to move favorites from top to bottom in the sense, so what we can do is go to extras, okay. In extras, select settings. You will have all the options. Select settings. Select settings. See here. You will have all the options here. Display favorites at end of the list. Display favorite. Here it is showing on the top of the list. Now I want to move this as an end of the list. First SAP menu should be displayed and after that favorites. So whatever way if you want, you can check it. So select this display favorites at end of the list. So click on. Okay. Now you can see SAP menu is showing on top and favorites are showing on bottom. Again, if we want to see favorites on top, then same thing. Go to extras. Okay. Settings. So select this checkbox. Uncheck this checkbox. Display favorites at the end of the list. If we uncheck this, then your favorites will be go up and SAP menu will come end of the list. So click here. That's it. Understood this step?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Next one, I don't want to see SAP menu at all actually. I want only favorites should be displayed here on the screen, navigation. I don't want to see SAP menu at all. Then go to same extras, settings. Okay, extras, settings. Do not display menu. Do not display menu. Okay, nothing but only favorites need to be displayed. So select this checkbox. Select this checkbox. So what happens with this selection? So the menu will be, the menu bar will, the menus, navigation menu will be hide and only favorites will be get displayed here. So here click on OK button. You can see. There is no menu, SAP menu, standard menu. It's not got deleted, it's only hide. It got hide. And I want SAP menu to be displayed. Then again, go to extras, settings. Okay, uncheck this. Uncheck this. So what happens? It will display the entire. Clear? How to hide SAP standard menu and how to unhide. Is this clear? Next one we have, there is a one picture will display here. So I'll show you that. Display, how to show the picture, SAP picture. So here you can see this is called application area. This is called, this is navigation area, the left hand side, and this is called application area. So here you can see, do not display picture. So it's unchecked, so it is not showing. So here, select checkbox. Okay, then it will display the picture. What? Normally what happens is, in this particular server, here it will display IDES. Actually, there is a problem. So the remote server access, we have an issue here in this. So it will display a picture called SAP login picture, SAP logo, like this. This is clear. It will display here. Or you can see here, display picture, or normally it should be shown here. And if I say extras, settings, do not display picture, say okay. Okay, then it will, same picture it will display here. And if we uncheck this, then it will not going to display here. Clear? Just least bother about this, but try to understand this. Next one, see here. What it is showing here? Only description it is showing. Is any transaction code it is showing? FB50, F-07, F-06. Is it showing here?
No.
No. So same thing here also you can see accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entry, enter GL account, description it is showing. Is there any transaction codes it is showing? No, right?
No, it is.
No. So if we want to activate transaction code, then what we need to do is click on extras, click on settings, click on settings. The next, click on display technical names. We call it as a technical codes or technical names. Now click on OK button. If it is unchecked, then it will not display technical names, means it will not going to show transaction codes. If we check this, then it will show. Now you can see, earlier it was only description in document posting. Now you can see. Same thing in SAP standard menu also. Accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entry. See here. Able to understand this?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? So, okay. So this is about your favorites menu. So means as many transactions as user wants, they can add to favorites. So this is one. And for example, I want to move one more thing. In another way, how to add favorites, we understood now. Now, for example, in another, there is one more way. As I said that I'll create a favorites, insert folder, and reports. So right click, and we saw right click and how to create a favorite, insert transactions and all those stuff. Now I would like to fit drag and drop. There is a facility called drag and drop. So for example, I'm going same thing from SAP standard menu. I want to drag and drop to reports. So accounting, general ledger. I would like to go to account. All the reports will be there in account. I'll show this. So here I want to check. I want to add this display balances report to my favorites menu. My favorites menu. Okay. So here you can see this is a report actually. GL balance reports means ledger balance reports. So just drag and drop. That's it. You can see here. FAGLB03. One more report I want to add. FAGLL03. See here. So instead of right click, we can have, so document entry I want. So document entry, I want to add FB50L to my document posting screen. This is my document posting screen. I want to add FB50L or F-02. So just drag and drop to your, just leave in document posting with your mouse. You can see here. So whatever you want on a daily basis, whatever you go, you can use and drag and drop. So right from your favorites, add from your favorites, or mouse right click and add transactions, or you can do drag and drop. Is this clear? Any questions on this?
No questions.
Okay. So this is about your favorites menu. Now you are clear with this particular thing, right? When we use SAP end user screen and how to go to what we call consultant screen. This is not our screen, as I said, that in real time. In quality server, we use this, but in production server, this is not. In practice environment, we can't do any configuration in this particular screen. In Easy Access screen, we won't do any sort of configuration and customization in this particular screen. So how to go to in what we call consultant screen? How to go to consultant screen and how many applications? How many applications are opened here? How many screens are opened here? Two screens, right? This is one screen and this is another screen, correct? Application.
On screen only, application.
No, you can see here SAP Easy Access is one screen, one application, and GL account is another application. So how many screens are opened here? Two. So we are going to see in tomorrow's session how many ways we can open screens, sessions, and same times maximum how many screens we can open at a time. And next one, how to go to consultant screen, means our screen. How to go to consultant screen. So that we will discuss in tomorrow's session. So
Okay.
just go through once. Yeah. Any other questions from your end? So before we close it for today.
No, Kishore. Thank you.
How about others?
I'm so good. Thank you.
How about others?
Yeah, I'm also good. Thank you.
No problem, right? Yeah. Thank you, and see you in tomorrow's session.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. And as I said that, Prasad said that, kindly enroll for further classes. Contact Prasad and kindly enroll for further classes.
Sure.
Thanks.
When we will get the material, like after?
So probably you can contact because it will be shared in a folder and you will get an access, I believe. Drive access you will get.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.